GT4 e-performance. It's like something out of Death Race almost, reunited with the Lanzador concept, the brand new Mercedes AMG GT. More content from Car Week and Pebble Beach. What we have over there is the concept launch, something that is an annual tradition here where they're showing off brand new concept cars from different manufacturers here at the Pebble Beach Concours Telegon. So we're gonna head down there, take a look at some of the weird and wacky cars they've got and some of the cooler things as well. So let's just dive right into it. And before you do that, subscribe, like, comment, share. You already know it, guys, but let's go down to the concept lawn. So we have the Pininfarina Pure Vision concept, the electric SUV that has debuted here at Monterey Car Week. So yeah, we all know Pininfarina, the design house for Ferrari. We saw this back at the Quail. There's a lot less people around it, so we did get a better look there, but the interior is open, so we didn't get a look at that before. So I'm gonna head over there in a second, but yeah, you can see it's obviously all electric, as all new Pininfarinas are. It's huge, meaty off-road tires. It's pretty cool looking, so I want to take you guys to the side and have a look at the interior. You can see that door opening mechanism is really unique, so let's have a look at it. That's the cool thing about this Pure Vision concept from Pininfarina. Didn't see it at the Quail with the doors open, but have a look. So the doors are open, but then the windows open separately with like a gullwing effect to them. So while there's two doors, there's only that one window that opens up at the top. That's I've never seen that before. It's really cool. They've got these lounge seats in the back. Oh, it's quite luxurious actually. That's really cool. I believe on the stage back at the Quail, it was really hard to get a look at the back of it just because everything was kind of packed together. But the back of the Pininfarina Pure Vision concept is really cool. You can see how jacked up it is, that big old rear diffuser. And what's really cool, I do like the ventilation at the back there to the rear tires. You can see those big, meaty off-roaders sitting at the back. It's so cool looking. And yeah, you can definitely see some Ferrari styling elements at the back too. As far as SUVs go, this is a really, really cool one. All right, quite possibly the most important car here in the concept lawn, the brand new Mercedes AMG GT. So it's up to 577 horsepower now. All-wheel drive setup on this new one. So it's got the 4MATIC Plus driving system. That is new for the Mercedes AMG GT. But yeah, their new flagship sports car has been totally redesigned. This like satin frozen blue on it is also really, really good looking. So not humongous major changes to the design, just some nice modern styling updates to bring it up to 2024 standards. Really, really good looking. I think my favorite part of this one is the back though. So I want to take you guys back there right now so we can have a look at the new rear section of the AMG GT. Have a look at the back of the new Mercedes AMG GT63. Yeah, another thing to note, I noticed the AMG GT63 nameplate was reserved for the 4-door, and now they're just calling the regular AMG GT the GT63. So Mercedes names can be a little confusing to keep up with, but I guess maybe they're just focusing on the 2-door for now. But you see they've redesigned the whole taillight design. Sort of has a bit like Mercedes EQS styling to it. It does look pretty nice. I like the little rear wing on the back of it as well. I'm not sure if you can option it with or without it, or if it just comes as standard, because it does look like there's a bit of an active rear wing that is kind of hiding underneath it. But I do really like that new design. The rear diffuser section with the exhaust is also looking pretty good, but it does keep that classic Mercedes styling from the front and the back, which is very nice to see. Got the latest Resto Mod 911, the Tetson Daydream R, based on the 993. Seen this thing driving around Monterey before earlier this week. It didn't really know too much about it though. It's actually really sick. So they take the original 3.6 liter motor, they bore it out to 4 liters, and then from there it's brought up to 390 brake horsepower, 315 pounds-feet of torque. The really cool thing about this though is it's got a hybrid curve system, sort of similar to what you would find in the likes of a hypercar like a LaFerrari, that adds an extra, I think it's 150 horsepower, which is pretty remarkable. So there's a lot of tech in this thing, lots of carbon fiber too, those big old Brembo brakes on it. It looks absolutely stunning, and it must be incredible to drive too. Very lightweight, and the combustion engine with the Curse hybrid is putting out over 500 combined horsepower. So yeah, it's probably a rocket ship. Really cool.
I know.
Just looking from the front of it, I don't know, what do you guys think? Over a Singer or a Gunther Works? I'm not really sure. Either way though, really, really cool. Big old body here from Infiniti, the QX monograph concept. It's absolutely massive. You kind of see the Hennessy Venom back there in comparison. Yeah, it's a big body. These huge wheels that actually look really nice. I'm presuming all electric. I don't really know actually. I don't know if the monograph is maybe like just a higher end luxury version of it. I would have to assume so, but nice accents on it. It's got like a rose gold finish to it too, which really shines brightly under the sun here on the concept lawn. It's a pretty cool looking car actually. Okay, from Hennessy, finally we don't have an electric car. We got an open top crazy V8 supercar, about 300 miles per hour, and we saw the Revolution Coupe around a few times during Mario Kart Week, but the Roadster is a new debut here. Looks like John Hennessy is trying to sell one to Aaron Paul right now. They're in the white suit. Guys are just going at it. But yeah, it's pretty damn cool looking. It's full carbon fiber body, obviously. The yellow accents on the display model are really nice too. That roof snorkel sticking up over the top is very cool too. Very like Jean de Cinque Roadster style. And yeah, again, front look of the Venom F5 Revolution Roadster. Pretty damn cool. And yeah, you can see, I've pointed out a couple times already, but you can see down there is the carbon fiber splitter, the canards, that big, huge rear wing. There's a lot of differences between the Revolution and the standard Venom F5. And they sound pretty cool. They look pretty cool. I think Hennessy has really hit the nail on the head with this new Venom F5. That's a really good looking car. And I don't know, looks like Aaron Paul might be picking one up. We'll have to keep an eye on it. You know, reunited with the Lanzador concept that just debuted here at Mario Kart a couple days ago at the Quail. So the 1300 brake horsepower electric Lamborghini crossover concept. So yeah, 1 megawatt of power. It's equivalent to like just over 1300 horsepower. Not set to go on sale until 2028, I believe, but it's pretty remarkable, I would say. A very futuristic looking Urus with the electric power plant. I remember the back of the Lanzador. It's pretty distinctly Lamborghini styling, even though it is an SUV. I mean, we should be accustomed to SUVs by now. I think it's kind of silly to say, oh, you know, it's not a Lamborghini, it's not a Ferrari, it's not a Porsche, it's an SUV, blah, blah, blah. I think we are past that point. Everybody's making SUVs now. The point is that Lamborghini styling is still there, and it's pretty cool, right? You have the Countach / Sion rear taillights. You've got the ALA aerodynamics on the back. These huge, meaty tires. I really do like the wheels on this, too. A nice carbon fiber diffuser. We've got a quick look at the Mustang GTD back at the Quail. Try and get a better look at it now. It's pretty insane. It's essentially a Mustang GT3 for the road. Mustang just re-entered top class GT racing with this car, while it's going to be starting next year with Le Mans, IMSA, all of the major classes. And this is basically a road-going version of that Mustang GT3. The Kropovich exhaust behind that big rear diffuser, that giant GT rear wing, which is pretty much identical to the GT3 car. This was a huge surprise unveiling. I had no idea this was coming, and it's absolutely sick. 800 horsepower. You got these huge louvers and intakes just over the front wheels there. The only thing about this is one catch. It's $300,000 US for a Mustang. It's kind of a tough pill to swallow, but if you look at the power figures, and I'm sure the handling as well, it could possibly be very, very worth it. So yeah, it's based on the new generation Mustang, obviously, so it's got that new headlights, 8-speed dual clutch transmission on this, so pretty much what you have in the race car. Everything is basically race car underneath. It's essentially a homologated road-going version of the Mustang GT3. Really, really cool looking, very sinister. Yeah, again, if you can swallow the pill of $300,000 US, it's definitely worth it. Check it out, guys. Another 911 resto mod. We already had a lot. Singer, Gunther Works. We just saw Tedson earlier, which is sitting right over there. This one is very different from all of those, though there's a huge secret. I think you can already see it just based on the plug that's sticking out of the fuel filter cap there. It's got a funny name at this company, actually, and that kind of ties in to that little secret it's got. So I think we should head to the back, and I will show you guys under the trunk why this 911 is so different. There's the big surprise at the back of the 911. Now you can see why it's called Sacrilege Motors. They have swapped out the traditional flat 6 for a full EV power plant. So it's probably got ridiculous speed. Melt your face off with the acceleration from 0 to 60. It still looks like a 911. It's just not really a 911 underneath, so it's kind of funny and ironic that the company's actually gone and called themselves Sacrilege Motors, because yeah, a lot of Porsche purists probably won't like this, but I think there's a lot of people that would like it. If you're just looking for high performance, not really interested in the sound or anything like that, this would definitely be the Porsche restaurant that you want to get. Okay, so over there we got the Volkswagen ID Buzz, which I think is going to be hitting production soon. The concept's been out for quite a few years now, so I would assume that this is probably the final production variant that we're looking at here in this cool, like, classic white and blue look to it. And then shift around, this is anything but traditional and something we haven't seen before. The Tux Futures Espada, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. But look at this, it's like a rat rod mixed with cyberpunk Lamborghini Espada. It's an open wheel concept. They've poked the wheels out a ton. You can see it's got a manual gearbox in there. Oh my goodness, look at the interior. It's just completely gutted. It's like sheet metal in there. Oh my goodness. It's just a steering wheel and a gear shifter and a speedometer, essentially. Look at those just bare metal seats with a little cushion on it. It's like a full-on Lamborghini rat rod. We might have to get some more information on this. It's still got the V12 power plant in the front there too, with no hood on it. So look at the front of this thing. This is by far the coolest thing on the concept line. I was not expecting to see a Lamborghini rat rod, but that is the original V12 that's under the Espada. This is absolutely mind-blowing. I'm kind of speechless. There's so much to look at it on this car. You can have a look. It's still sort of got the original, like, front bumper and headlights. It's just been completely cut up. Obviously, there's not much left of it. So you want that huge wheel poke at the front, all of it at the back as well. And then look at that, like, plexiglass windshield they've got on it. That sort of looks like something out of Death Race almost. I don't really know what to make of this. Either way, though, it's really, really cool to look at. Yeah, you want to talk about sacrilege, like the 911 we saw. Cutting up a Lamborghini and doing that to it is pretty wild, but I appreciate the no F's given attitude. That is absolutely insane. Look at this. We've got the latest car from Ken Okuyama Design, which pays tribute to the Maserati birdcage. So this is the birdcage code 61. Now, if you recognize the name Ken Okuyama, it's because he's one of the original designers of the Ferrari Enzo. So extremely famous man out of Japan, and now he's building his own crazy-looking cars. I think we've seen one before on the concept launch last year, but this one is very, very cool looking. I quite like it. I do like the classic heritage livery on it too. You can see those sort of like butterfly doors sticking off of it. I want to get a look at the interior as well. Yeah, look at the interior. It's pretty much all analog, gated manual. I believe it's available with a V8 or a V12, the code 61 birdcage. But yeah, it's pretty bare bones in there, which I really, really like. It definitely has a, like, classic essence to it too. I have an old Grand Prix, old sports car racer. The back of it definitely keeps those lines of the original birdcage, and yeah, it's a, like, open top speedster look, so along the lines of the Ferrari Monza, the Mercedes SLR Sterling Moss, and the new Pininfarina that also debuted here at Monterey Car Week. But that is a very, very cool looking car. A new Porsche electric race car, the GT4 e-Performance. So this would be, I'm assuming, replacing the outgoing 718 Cayman GT4 RS Club Sport. Now, I don't really know, because GT4 series are still combustion powered, so maybe they're looking to start their own Cup series with this car. I'm not really sure, but either way, this is Porsche's vision of an electrified racing future. And as we know, the next generation Cayman and Boxers will be all electric, whether you like it or not. So this is definitely what they are looking to invest in the future, with a potential, I guess, Porsche GT4 electric Cup. So a quick look at the back of the GT4 e-Performance. What's really, really cool, that rear taillight section that stretches all the way across is like blue LEDs. Really cool. So obviously it's not going to be racing anytime soon. It's not regulations. It has to be red. But either way, it looks really nice. And yeah, this is sort of like I said, presenting the future of potential electric GT racing, and as well as the new generation Cayman that will be coming soon. So yeah, it's a bit of a different design at the back. It does look really good. Big, huge cut-up rear diffuser. Giant swan neck wing a la 992 GT3 RS. Very cool looking. So that's it. That's pretty much it for the concept lawn this year. A lot of electric cars, a lot of different SUVs, some interesting sports cars. That Lamborghini Espada Rat Rod is still probably the coolest one to me. But what did you guys think of the concept lawn this year at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance 2023? Let me know down in the comment section below. And yeah, as always, like, share, subscribe, leave your comments, and stay tuned for more content. I'll see you guys next time.